generated these schedules? And his answer to the committee was that this was generated by the county government. Okay? And that is the same answer that you want to maintain for this second issue. Then that being the case, that negates the answer that the county government gives, because the explanation from the county government chair is that they needed technical support from IFMIS to reconcile these figures. But that cannot arise because these are your own documents. It is you who went to the market, bought X, Y, Z items. The auditor comes and says, where are the receipts that confirm you bought these issues? You only give for X, Y, you don't provide for Z. You cannot then come before the committee and say, I don't have the receipt for Z because I'm awaiting technical support from IFMIS. The person who's supposed to provide us with this answer and this particular schedule that it has reconciled is from your side. Therefore, maybe a more relevant answer to this committee chair would have been that the department, that the governor and his team are struggling with very basic issues like reconciliation, to the extent that you cannot balance your books, which is the most basic thing that any accounting department should be able to do.
Looking clearly at the question raised by the auditor is saying the expenditure was for 1027, but what was presented was 1049, and there was this 22 million which they could not explain. When I listened to the county government of Kericho, they said they were seeking technical assistance. It shows a position where what is reflected in IFMIS is not the same as what is reflected in their books. What is reflected in their books is more than what is reflected in IFMIS. So is this a situation whereby IFMIS has been down such that they could not be able to reconcile, or is it that they spent more than they had budgeted for?
Acquiesce to the request by the governor on 7-day to provide the supporting schedules for the 22 and 14 million, because the net effect is that you understated your expenditure by 36 million, and you're now struggling to justify some 36 million that was not in your financial statements. We cannot accept it without there being a proper schedule. Without a proper schedule, the conclusion is that that is money that was lost, improperly applied, and you are seeking clever accounting tricks to justify the expenditure of that money.